Hi, I'm Steve Garrett. In my series of talking about boards of directors and being a member of a board of directors, I want to go back a little bit to a couple of years ago when we were doing board of directors training in our district on Zoom. And I gave a little presentation about the club constitution. Actually, if you're following this, I talked a little bit about the club charter. And since in the club charter it says you, as the officers and directors of the Rotary Club, will follow the defining documents of Rotary International. That's their constitution, their bylaws, and the club constitution, which you can't change. It's important that you know what's in the club constitution. I thought I would just introduce the concept with a little 4-minute short video. And this is a blast from the past. I think I have probably not aged too much since then. So here's a little video from that. Thank you very much, Helen. I think that's enlightening. It gives you a little thought about what it is that you've agreed to do. And bylaws and Constitution of Rotary International. But beyond that, you also have the Rotary Club Constitution. That's the club, the Constitution for your club. Let's take a look at what it says. I think there's a few things that are kind of interesting. The first thing it says in Article 2, which solves a big mystery. For many, many years, I belonged to the Rotary Club of San Marino, 35 years, something like that. And there was a particular past history governor in that Rotary Club who was pretty particular about people saying, I'm a member of the San Marino Rotary Club. And he would say, well, I've never heard of the San Marino Rotary Club, but you might be a member of the Rotary Club of San Marino. Well, it does. Picky uni, but he was a professor or something like that. But right there in the club constitution, Article 2, it says that the name of this club is the Rotary Club of, and then whatever community or whatever name goes in there, a member of Rotary International. So that mystery is solved right there. We now know what the name of your club rightfully is. Another thought that comes to mind from the Constitution, people talk about mission statements. You know, well, what's our purpose? What's the purpose of the Rotary Club? And well, we've got it right there in the Constitution, and it says that the purpose of the Rotary clubs are the purposes of this club are to pursue the object of Rotary. Oh, okay, carry out successful service projects based on the 5 avenues of service. Contribute to the advancement of Rotary by strengthening membership. Well, that's good. That's a good purpose. Support the Rotary Foundation and develop leaders beyond the club level. Those are all purposes of the Rotary Club. It says in there that you're going to pursue the object of Rotary. So what does that have to do with it? Well, here again in the Constitution, it says that the object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise. Now, you know, I think what's particular is there, it doesn't say the basis, the only thing that we're doing, and it doesn't say that the purpose of Rotary International is to, Rotary is to eliminate polio in the world or any one of these other projects. It just says to encourage and foster the ideal of service. That's a pretty good ideal, and that's our primary purpose. And then it go on to the other things like development of acquaintances as an opportunity for service. And, you know, they're all there. They're pretty important things. The other thing it says in there is that we're gonna do service in the 5 avenues of service. Now this is an interesting concept because here in the Constitution, Article 6, it lists the 5 avenues of service. And everybody knows that for a long time there was only 4 avenues of service. And really, if you go back a long time ago, there was vocational service and then club service and then community service. And finally, they put in international service. And just in the last decade or so, they added youth service. You remember, though, that you got to follow the rules within the Constitution. And we'll talk about how you can amend the rules, but you don't just amend them. And I am familiar with a Rotary Club that had 7 avenues of service. And I kept saying to him, it's not your option to invent avenues of service. The Constitution says these are the avenues of service. So let's kind of stick with them, if you don't mind. You know, that would be That would be a good idea. There's 5 avenues of service, and these are the 5. And almost anything you want to do, you can fit into those 5 one way or another.
Okay, so you have a club constitution, you have a club charter that says you have to follow the club constitution. You got a club constitution, you can't change it. It comes to you from Rotary International, already put together. It's all there. That's what you're obligated to follow. So let's start with that. Thank you for listening to what I have to say. Well, I've got some more things to say, but we'll save it for another day.